Good morning, everybody. Rather than waking up with coffee these days, I'm trying to wake up with water because I don't know if it's like the changes in pressure because the weather got quite a bit colder this week, or whether it's like dehydration, but I wake up with just a very mild headache right here on my temple. But anyways, it's time for a weekly update. Tomorrow, a new, more specifically topicked video will be available to a majority of the public. I posted it early for my patrons on Patreon, but tomorrow that will be going up. I'm excited about this one because I feel like it's a topic that I think at least most young writers need to hear. But yeah. Let's get started. Looking back through my my bullet journal here. I finally started working on Canvas again over the last week. That's good. If I recall correctly, the last chapter I wrote this week was chapter 25. We're a little over halfway done in terms of chapters. And I think we're sitting pretty at about 24,000 words. So, that's cool. I also had an idea for a book that I was originally going to call Rebel, and then that changed to Retribution. Now it's changing again. Just rethinking the plot. I didn't like how it was turning out. When I first took a look at the plot, it was very more... I'm trying to find the word to describe it. It's a very action thriller one, but it's... I'll be honest with you, it's a little petty. So I changed it up to be a fantasy romance. So I'm kind of excited to start that. If I get Canvas done by November and I get this new book outlined pretty decently, then that might be a NaNoWriMo project. I'm debating about doing NaNoWriMo this year. I understand that it's good to do and I got a lot out of it last year, but there is a lot going on right now. I have a lot of books kind of in the works, and then I've applied for 2 jobs that I'll be hearing about within the next week. And if I get one of those, I need to find an apartment. And if I can't find an apartment, I'll be living here for probably another year until apartments become available again, if and when that happens. So, yeah, if I do NaNoWriMo this year, it will only be if I finish the second draft of Canvas. If I don't, no NaNoWriMo this year, because I've got too much on my plate. Looking over, I edited what I wrote in Canvas on Monday. I did have a plan on what to do on Tuesday, but some personal stuff happened Monday evening. And I felt like, you know what? Take a mental health day for 24 hours. You don't want to be working in that negativity. It doesn't work out well. So I didn't. I took a mental health day. That worked for me. And I got back to it on Wednesday, which is when I wrote chapter 25 of Canvas. Thursday was an interesting day. I was planning on working, but the night before, I don't know, trying to figure out my mindset and why I suddenly become obsessed with weird little things is a little weird. And lately I've been, looking at features of homes for when, not if, when I raise enough money to become a homeowner. And my mom and I were kind of kicking around ideas, and she was like, a lot of this is not what I would expect from you, because, some of it was kind of mountain cabin style, which I like the tranquility of it, but then I also am the bougie girl who needs a chaise lounge in her bedroom. So I'm zen, but I'm bougie. I call it zougie. So we were talking about that Wednesday night, and and we came up with an idea. I don't know if you guys know what transferware is, but it's transferware is that kind of china pattern that you see on like really old-fashioned British teacups where it's white with, you know, dark blue painting kind of flowers and stuff like that. Well, it doesn't just come in blue. It comes in a bunch of colors. So I spent Thursday picking out transferware colors for each of the colors in my home. my dream home. Some ideas are not going to work under certain circumstances. If I have a dining room that fades into the kitchen, like most dining rooms do, if it's not like completely closed off, we can't use the color that I wanted to. I wanted to do the dining room in yellow and the kitchen in red, and that would make it look very McDonald's. So you'd be hungry, but it kind of looked tacky. But anyway, that's what I ended up doing on Thursday. I didn't really end up getting a lot of work done. And I've come to find out that when these weird little bouts of inspiration and new topics takes me, I can't just ignore them, because trying to fight them never works out. So I gotta go with it for a day, even if I get nothing done. Anyway. Yesterday, I started re-looking at that book idea that I had, and I actually retitled it. It's on like its third title now. It went from Rebel to Retribution, and now to two interchangeable titles, because I don't know which one I like better. One title is Truth, and the other title is One Woman with Many Faces. So I started looking at that. I started planning that out, and I started outlining it. I think I have main characters pretty well set up. One of them I'm a little wishy-washy about, because I don't know. I'm trying to keep a balance between diversity and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out what the best course of action is for that. So I have all of my plans for that right here. And of course, in true Kelsey fashion, I am planning out Dungeons and Dragons character sheets for each of the characters to help me write the book. And part of why this ended up happening is because I posted this on Instagram, but I'll post it here. So, if you guys don't know what this is, these are the Vox Machina D20 dice set that I bought from Critical Role. They had these back when they were paired with Geek and Sundry. When they left, they got discontinued. And now they're back with some minor adjustments, which I'm so happy about, because I missed out on them the first time. I didn't think they would sell out as quickly as they did. I think it maybe took 2 days. And they pretty much never came back. While Critical Role was still with Geek and Sundry. And then when they left, they discontinued them. Hopefully, if they brought back these dice, they'll also bring back the tarot deck set. Not necessarily for me, but for my good friend Shauna Condi, because you would love these, girl. But yeah, that's primarily what happened this week. So tomorrow's video is going to be about if you really need a writing degree to become a writer, because I do have a minor in writing, so I speak on my experience with getting that degree, and whether I honestly think it was worth it, and whether I really honestly think you need it. So, if that's something that you've constantly been wondering about, like, am I going to be unsuccessful without this? Then go ahead and watch that video because you probably need it. So, that's what happened this last week. Next week, I should be hearing back from both of those jobs that I applied for. So, fingers crossed, knock on wood, all the good luck, that I get one of them. And next Saturday, I'm actually getting new headshots done. Perks about knowing people in the theater department is that they know a cheap person to give you headshots. They actually work with a pro from Denver. For those of you who don't know, acting headshots, in most cases, are in the thousands of dollars. With this guy, you pay $100. It's definitely not bad. And I think it goes up by, like, if you want more than one, it goes up by, like, I think 80. So, it's actually pretty cheap. I think I heard one girl in New York pay something like $3,000 for her professional headshots. This is definitely way more affordable. And even though I'm not acting, I do need headshots, obviously, for the bio in my book. So, take that as you will. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. And I hope you guys go check out the video that I'll be posting to the public tomorrow. And I'll see you guys next week with another update. Bye.